All right, so what's compel? A lot of you guys have been seeing me talking about it, posting about it, doing videos, showing behind the scenes stuff of me playing with it. Pause. Also, me with other musicians, and I'm saying that what we're doing or what we're playing is compel or compel style of playing, right? So what is it? Because I'm here to just kind of myth bust it. Because the way I roll is I just do stuff and I just keep going. I need to sometimes slow down and explain what the hell I'm actually doing or what's going on. So compel is pretty much compa gospel put together. Even if we're not playing compa, it's still just a word to help identify a style or a genre or a groove or whatnot, right? It's kind of like how something could technically be Afro beats or let's just go compa, right? Something could technically be island music or compa, and they'll say no, this is zouk, or they'll say no, this is reggaeton, or they'll say no, bolero or bolero. It depends on what island you're from in the Caribbean. It's all the same thing to me, but we all share the same music, really. So some people might say bolero is bossa nova. Some people might say bossa nova is bolero. Some people might call it there's a Brazilian style. I forgot the name of it, but some people might say montuno is salsa and salsa is montuno, or they'll mix it up, but it's all closely related. If we were to say hip hop or rap, there's like 15 different styles of hip hop and rap that you would think of, right? Or if we were to say Christian contemporary music, CCM, there's like different styles you would think of. You would either think the Hillsong stuff, or you would think the super Pentecostal gospel stuff, or you'll think of like the arena worship style, or you'll think of the more arrangement Thai tribute style, I guess you can say. Like there's a bunch of different things that go underneath that umbrella. So that's why with compel it just made the most sense, because compa is so closely associated with the island sound, and especially since majority of the people that are here are Haitian. So why not term a phrase for whenever Haitian musicians or Haitian gospel musicians are borrowing from a certain style, or we're playing a more gospel style? What's that term? What's the phrase when they say let's play this way or this way, and we're doing adoration or worship? So that's why I decided, why not just blend the words together? Even if we're not technically playing compa, it's underneath our adoration, louange, whatever compa. It's under our genre. So even if it's not compa exactly that we're playing, it's in the family. So don't get all tubes tied. I literally have people putting hate comments on stuff like, "Yo, this isn't compa, whatever. This isn't gospel. This is." Yes, it's obviously it's a mix. It's in between. It's a medley. It's a genre blend. That's what it is. I like breaking rules. So what? That's how new stuff is created, by breaking rules, grabbing from other things to make new stuff, right? So that's pretty much what it is. So anytime, well, you know what? Let's do this. What is categorized? What is categorized as compel? All right. Here's what we can categorize as compel, and I'll even do you a solid. I will give you guys a couple examples of what compel is. Let's just do a verbal breakdown of what could be considered compel. All right. Let's say Jonathan Nelson's I Believe, right? I believe Jonathan Nelson's I Agree. Omema, or I don't even know how you say that word. Omema by what's the dude's name? Chandler Moore. Omema by Chandler Moore. I'd consider that sort of compel, because we're taking a Afro-Latina, an Afro-centric Caribbean island medley sound, and we're mixing it with Christian contemporary, CCM, gospel, Kojic, congregational, even pop style, because CCM has pop, it has warfare, it has all that stuff under its umbrella. So when you're taking an island sound, whether it be bolero or boleo, how we say it, bossa nova, salsa, montuno, corritos, what else, bro? Zouk, compa direct, tipa, sunabjue mash, like just anything, Afro beats, even anything of that mixed with gospel, contemporary, CCM, warfare, pop, anything like that. When you start mixing those two together, pause, by the way. When you start mixing those two together, I consider that compel, right? So some of the stuff that Diddy, bro, hold on, pause, bro. Shout out to him and everything he's doing. I really like what he's doing. And the group he's doing it with, shout out to them. But yo, I'm calling you Andy, bro. I'm not calling you Diddy or Deuce. There's no way I'm calling another man Deuce or Diddy and Deuce put together. I mean, that might be your nickname because, you know, we all have our Tino and whatnot, but I just can't do it, bro. I can't. So I'm going to just call you Andy, you know, because I don't even know you personally, but that's just what it is. But anyways, besides the point, shout out to that brother. I love everything he's doing. Keep going. Keep doing those crazy creative arrangements. Shout out to you, man. Anyways, go check his channel out, by the way. What he does, what Andy, and I got to get the name of his group because I gotta give respect. You know what I mean? Andy and the greater purpose or greater purpose. Andy and greater purpose. The people who did Gyra. What else did they do? He's able. They did a couple. But there's one specific one that they did that's my favorite that they haven't done like a studio recording of. They just did it in a service. And that one, that arrangement they did, I like it better than Gyra. I like it better than He's Able, than the Alleluia. I like it better than all of those. The one that he did in a service, and I wish and I hope and I pray that they'll do a studio recording version of it because it was phenomenal. It had everything I love in it. But what he did in that arrangement, if I get the clip, I'll put it in. What he did in that arrangement is considered compel to me. He's playing compel. That is compel. So anytime when you're starting to add in some flat sevens, you're starting to add in some nines, you're starting to add in some 13 chords, you're starting to do some gospel walk-ups, and en créole, you'll just do jouer mash. I don't know why you'll do mash. I don't know if it's because it's like a salut thing, but just growing up, all the anciens, the old heads, the gum one, they said jouer mash. Whenever you're on the drums, when you're on the drums, they say jouer mash, and that literally be like gloire, hallelujah. There's a clip of me explaining this to a drummer that I always play with Sam. Shout out to Sam Zematics. But yeah, that's compel, bro. Pretty much. That's really it. And since I'm introducing a new sound, quote unquote, you guys have heard compel before. If you've been on my page, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, my TikTok game is slacking, bro. I got to get more active on there. Instagram for sure, Facebook, and here on YouTube. If you've heard anything from me or anyone I've reposted, most likely you've already heard what compel is. You've already heard it. So in that spirit, I had a crazy idea. I was like, man, I really love this compel thing. A lot of the stems and the loops and the backing track stuff that I have available at compastems.com, I put them available, and I used all of those to make a studio recording series. So what we did is called the compel. You know what? Hold on. Yeah. You know how when somebody goes to university or a team, a franchise they playing for? Yeah, y'all take a look at that. I know that has a little dirty. My fault. I need some lint rollers and whatnot. But I did an entire series, the Compel Expo series. It is a series. I'm not going to say how many parts there were, but we went into studio. I got a band together. I got some background singers and a lead singer together, and we did a whole bunch of compel, not just in Creole. We did some in English too. We did some for y'all Jaspo guys. We did a couple Kringlish versions of some stuff. So we did a whole compel series. We multi-track recorded everything. And matter of fact, all of those files will be available at mashemusic.com. It will be available there. I'm gonna put the link down below. I'm gonna put it on the screen. Literally, we did everything compel there. So whether you're of the islands or you're American, I don't care what you are. What we did in there was literally, we just did a whole world tour in terms of music genres. Like we did CCM, we did Afro beats, we did gospel, we did praise breaks, we did compa, we did adoration stuff, we did warfare stuff, we did some jazzy stuff also, some jazz and some blues. It was crazy. We did a whole lot, and that series is literally us doing different styles. Well, one of the sessions, one of the Compel Expos, was that a gnat, man? Come on, bro. One of the Compel Expos was literally, we went from Afro beats to CCM. There's another one where we went from congregational, like Sunday morning medley gospel stuff, to full-on shout music. There's one where we went from CCM to warfare. We went from CCM to compa. Like, we just changed it up. Arena style worship. There was one that was fully marching band themed with the marching band drumline loop. That's also a part of that pack that you guys, whether you guys want to go get it from mashemusic.com or from the Compa Stems Volume 2 pack that's on compastems.com. You can get them from either way. It doesn't matter where you go. mashemusic.com is specifically for all of the Compel Expo files and stems and the sessions and the multi-track files from all of those studio recordings. Compastems.com is all of the stems, the loops, the files, well, not the files, but all the stems, the loops, the backing tracks, everything that I used to create that entire studio session. So the arrangements were made, literally everything from Compastems.com. Everything that's on that you guys hear in the Compel Expo series, the arrangements were made completely from the Ultimate Compa Stems Volume 2. That pack is full of stuff, all 12 keys. It has Afro beats, it has shout music, it has compa, it has worship, loops, guitars, everything is in there, right? Aux, keyboard, everything's in there. I literally used everything from, actually it was two things that made that up. It was that, the Ultimate Compa Stems Volume 2, Ultimate Compa Stems Library Volume 2, and it was the Aux Spear Sound Bank. Those two products right there, those two is pretty much what gave you the Compel Expo, besides obviously what the musicians were playing live. That's literally what created this entire thing. And I will say this, I will be releasing not just the multi-track files that are available at mashemusic.com, but also the MIDI to exactly what I was playing on keys in the studio. The MIDI will also be available, but caveat, it will only be available for a select group of people that sign up for the Patreon. And the reason why I'm doing it that way is because if you actually want to go to that extent to see what I'm playing, you obviously are an MD or something of that sort, of producer, whatever, and you actually want to learn something. So everyone will have access to the multi-track recorded files with it completely mixed and mastered. You'll have it. You could perform that session if you want. If you just want to have the multi-track files and do some practicing with it, whatever, you have it. But if you want the original files, the original reference files, I'm talking about where you hear my voice on there singing the parts, the MIDI, the actual like project with the MIDI, literally what I had on my laptop in the studio, the MIDI, everything, the original stuff, you'll have it. But on mashemusic.com, that'll literally just be the clean, polished version. But if you want the full thing, further detail with the MIDI, everything I was playing on the keys, note for note, where you could pull it up, learn, see all those crazy chords and jazz and compa and gospel and praise break stuff I was doing on there, you'll have it available to you at the Patreon, which I will also put down below for you guys who do want to join. So that's pretty much the breakdown. I know this video was, I wanted to do about 2-3 things in this video. Was, hey, what is Compel? Tell you guys about this Compel Expo series that's dropping, and it should be dropping. It should be out in about a week. And I just can't make that announcement here. I've already talked about 2-3 things, but I'm gonna keep it short, sweet, concise. That's pretty much it. If you guys have any further questions, go ahead and email me at masheministry@gmail.com or DM me at LL I would just put all the stuff down below. Y'all can just go wherever you want to get whatever you need. Gotcha. Appreciate y'all time.